guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to have you guys tune in, and if this is your first time, welcome. I would love for you to consider subscribing to my channel. This is going to be a YouTube channel that's going to be filled with makeup, lifestyle, chit chats, parenting, all of the fun stuff. And I'd love for you to be a part of it. And if you're back, and welcome back. For today's video, I've decided that I was going to bring out my top 5 eyeshadow picks for the fall. Now I know I'm kind of late to this, but as you can tell, for some reason, I am still kind of holding on to summer for some reason. I brought out the cold shoulder and I'm like, what is going on? It's like 50 degrees outside. We don't need this. But I just wanted to bring it out, I guess, one more time before I absolutely cannot wear it at all. So that's the fashion choice of the day. So let's tune into my top 5 picks. My very first one, and it came out last year, and when I first saw it, I was like, wow, this is like amazing. I think an artist is really going to enjoy the color story. It's pretty grungy. I find that I can use it as a standalone palette, but for the most part, just because of the environment that I'm in at work, I do use it as a palette in conjunction with something, and that is going to be the Raw Beauty Christie and Color Pop palette, and it's called At Forest Sight. And unfortunately this one is discontinued, so I'm sure there are people that are selling it on like Mercari or those different types of websites where you can resell things. So if you can find a good deal on them, I mean, look at these colors. They just remind me of like the fall, and it's really beautiful, and it's got a little bit of shimmers in here, but it's primarily matte. And I'll wear this whenever I want to vamp up one of my looks, and it goes well with what I like. I will either go really intense and do a smoky eye, or I want to do something nice and easy and something that's going to get me out of the door, which is maybe like 1 to 2 shades of a matte color and a shimmer on the lid. And that is like my standard go-to, like easygoing daily type of thing if I do choose to put eyeshadow on, which these last couple of videos I haven't really been dolled up, but I really do like wearing eyeshadow. My next choice is going to be a Color Pop one as well. It's the Whatever palette. And again, I don't know why, but when I think of fall, I do generally think of like really darker tone colors. I really like bringing out some really fun golds and darker colors and collaborating them, and just I love it. I love this color scheme. I think it looks really good with brown eyes. I think it looks like really good no matter what color your eyes are. But I've really been having fun with that one as well. A very unpopular opinion, but I really actually like the chunky glitter in the Color Pop shadows. I think you do need to be very careful with it. My third choice is going to be the Color Pop Mulan eyeshadow. One of my really awesome friends got this for me, and it's been such a wonderful part of the eyeshadow family. I really enjoy this color story. It is like, it's got some warm tones and some cool tones and those really chunky eyeshadows, and I just, like I said, if you're really careful with them, you can get them in really beautiful portions of the eye. And again, they're not deemed they're not deemed eye safe. So do this at your own risk, but they are beautiful. I've been fortunate enough where I've never had a large fleck of glitter go into my eye, so I have been using them. I think if I ever had something like that happen to me, I would probably change my mind, but I've been fortunate so far. And those are my 3 ColourPop palettes. And I'm gonna dive into different brands, I promise. This 4th palette is actually gonna be the Dose of Colors Friendcation palette. I know this one's discontinued, and I hate that I keep bringing up discontinued ones, but again, every time I think of the fall, I think of really, really dark colors, or I think of golds, or I think of this really dusty mauve color, or this like olive green, and these are just wonderful, and the glitters in these are just stunning. Every time I wear this eyeshadow palette, I am getting compliments. I am being told, oh my goodness, you are just looking bomb.com. And of course, that's just a wonderful way for, you know, your self-esteem to get brought up and whatnot. So it's like, oh my gosh, thank you. I love that you noticed my eyeshadow. You know, not that today's a really good example of that, but I can still recommend some awesome palettes. And last but not least, the Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes. This one, don't sleep on it because it looks kind of just boring. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, out of all of them, I do feel like this is my more toned down one, but again, I work in an office setting for the most part, even though I am what I would consider a bit on the edgy side. I will test out different fashions here and there. I wouldn't consider my style in the office to be entirely your traditional office appropriate. I am fortunate enough that they do allow me to bring out all the different type of styles that I'm kind of in the mood for. So they're tasteful pieces, but sometimes I can go for like a very vampy eye look. I can do the different bolder looks that are not deemed appropriate in most office settings. So I'm very grateful for that my boss doesn't dull down my creativity, and I absolutely love it. But like I mentioned not too long ago, sometimes I just want to grab an eyeshadow palette and know exactly what I'm doing with it. And this one, the color story is just so simple. Generally what I do, if I wanted to pair something up and I wanted it super easy and super simple, is to grab this matte shadow right here, grab the corresponding shimmer that's right over here, and just sweep, pop, and you've got yourself a look that, in my opinion, it looks like it's taken a little bit of time to do. So it's the convenience of having like a high performing eyeshadow, and the convenience also of just boom, your eyeshadow's done. And who doesn't like that when they are fast, wanting to get out the door, wanting to take care of the kids, get them to school, do what you need to do in the morning? Like, who doesn't love the idea of just grab and go? This is my definition of simple, easy, to the point, looking very nice and put together, and not spending a lot of time with your eyeshadow. And recently, I have been diving in the world of skincare. So for me, I have been really obsessing over lotions and different bath and body sprays and all these different combinations and home scents and things like that. Right now, that has been like my super kick. So right now, I have not been wearing nearly as much makeup because sometimes it happens. I wear the same look over and over again, and I can get kind of burnt out with it. So if you guys want to see any more videos, like I said at the very beginning, please consider subscribing. I would love for you to be a part of the family. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for clicking on the video, and I can't wait to bring you guys some more content. Thank you and have a good night.